Okay, look up. Trixie Mattel.
Trixie Mattel, mama, one of the #1 superstars of RuPaul's Drag Race. I mean, talk about opening doors for people. In fact, I believe she was just on the top 20 charts of iTunes for her music.
Yeah.
So, do I get jealous? Absolutely. I'm not gonna even sit up here and lie to you. Do I get jealous of the fact that she is so successful? I do. But at the end of the day, she has talent. So at least I'm jealous of someone who is talented. At least I'm jealous of someone who can tap dance, sing music, run a Twitch account. She just started doing virtual 3D streaming. I mean, she is ahead of the curve. And so I look up to her. I look up to any queen who can do something better than I can. Absolutely.
She's doing it big, honey. Look at her. Gia. Gia sipped the drink.
How did you know? How did you know? I said, let me go ahead and take my sip. Now, I knew this one was coming, Johnny.
Well, I mean, you're classic, Team Too Much.
I knew this was coming.
We are all personally invested in how everything's going in your friendship.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I've thought a lot about this moment and how I would answer it because you guys know I'm a rehearser. She comes from a musical theater background, so we practice our answers. But I didn't want to practice this answer because I wanted to be able to just be real in the moment. And what I'm going to say about Gia is, first off, I always kept our relationship behind closed doors. She was the first girl to come on Hey Qween and spill the tea. So she opened this pot.
Okay.
So let me just go ahead and stir up in it.
Okay.
You know, Gia and I's relationship has been one that has been very tumultuous. We agree to disagree a lot of the times, and there have been moments where we've had to have a serious timeout. Now, that being said, Gia and I have always come back around together. Unlike some of the other people who I'm sure will be up on this slide very soon. You know, Gia and I have always had a line of communication, even when we disagreed. And I feel like we are on a trajectory that is really good. It's really positive. I had to tell her in COVID, I had to come clean with her and say, look, you know, our friendship is not what it was. Our friendship is not what it once was. But that being said, it doesn't mean that it can't be that again one day. However, there's a lot of work that's gonna have to be done on both sides because of course I am just as guilty as her, but that's what we're doing. We're taking it a day at a time and we're dealing with this like real friends do who struggle, right? We're talking, we're communicating, we're expressing our differences. So while it may not all be Team Too Much and roses and, you know, glitter falling from the ceiling and all the things that we're known for, there is a love there. And there is a real appreciation of one another. And I just hope as we continue to develop on our own, away from one another, that it eventually will lead back to being where we once were. Because I've never celebrated times in this world like I have with her. I mean, we have stories that are just unbelievable. They're not even Hey Qween worthy, mama. We can't even spill the tea. I don't even think y'all got the explicit content for that.
Right.
But I love her. I really do. I love her with all my heart, and even though I don't necessarily agree with her a lot of the times, COVID and masks, I feel that my sister is my sister, and that's just it. We're real sisters, and real sisters communicate with one another, and they deal with their problems, and we have dealt with that off camera, on camera, and I believe that's what makes us strong.
Look at her. Alyssa Edwards, another old friend of yours.
That's right, Miss Alyssa Edwards. You know, everybody has been wanting the tea on the House of Edwards. Especially during quarantine, because I think they all wish that we would do like some big quarantine reunion and really give the gays what we need.
Yeah.
But quite honestly, I don't think a producer has that amount of money. I think it would take a lot of money to get the House of Edwards all back together in the same room. But here's what I'm gonna say about this. I would not be here today if I would not be here today if it wasn't for the House of Edwards. Before Hey Qween, there was House of Edwards.
Yeah.
They were the first people to truly change my narrative in the drag community. And, you know, I have very limited communication with Alyssa, but the communication we do have is positive. And I can tell you that even though we disagree on how our friendship ended, We love each other, and we want each other to be successful in our own right. And even though we may not be a part of each other's success, there's no ill will there. There can't be. We spent 10 years together before House of Edwards even started,
Right.
working in her dance studio. And those are years that I will truly never forget, and I will always, always be grateful for. And do I have hope that our friendship will one day be amended? Of course I do. I do, because you know, not being friends with the people who make you a better person, that's difficult. You know, you want to be friends with the people who have challenged you and pushed you in different directions. But I've also learned that everything comes at the right time. So while we may not be kikiing or throwing texts back and forth, when I do throw the text back and forth, because I did during COVID, you know, I was passing a homeless person on the street, and one of the best one of the best lessons she ever taught me was to give one of your drag dollars to the homeless. And I text her and said, you know, this is not meant to be shady, but every time I see a homeless person, I think of you. And I think about the fact that, you know, you are a really giving person. And at the end of the day, that woman gave me so much, so much. And that's why ultimately I hope that one day we will be friends again. Because even though there is this conflict, what I see now is beautiful learning lessons and just a disagreement. And I think all people can get over disagreements if you really love someone. So if you're watching, Alyssa, I love you. I think you're one of the most amazing queens out there. And I can't wait till one day we're friends again.
Time for the Hey Queen tissue box again, darling.
Girl, you know if you got Laganja on, there's gonna be tears, honey. There's gonna be tears. Hopefully there's no running mascara though, because I did use my Gerard cosmetic.
Oh, you look stunning still, no matter what. Well, I hope that it all works out. I mean, you're both so talented, so wonderful, and we really just, the audience just loves seeing you together, but we still love you apart too.
Well, thank you. And I really, like I said, I do believe one day when someone has a lot of money, the House of Edwards will be reunited, and we will be giving the gays what they rightfully deserve.
All right, last but not least, this very special queen. Look at her. The beautiful Lady Red. You had many good times with Lady Red here.
Not just here. Everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere. Whew. I wasn't expecting this one.
I know, it is, we've been trying to talk about her in every single show.
If there's one thing that I've learned from Lady Red, it's that you have to be who you are, unapologetically, bold, brass, and everything in between. Lady Red was one of the first queens in Los Angeles, long before I was on RuPaul's Drag Race, to see my talent and to encourage me to foster that talent and to find my own path. You know, she understood that I wasn't just a drag queen who came to Hamburger Mary's and worked at Wednesday night. She knew I was something different and that I wanted to do Laganja's dance school and that I wanted to be a model and an influencer and all the things in between. And what I love about Lady Red is she always encouraged me to follow my dreams and to believe that the sky was not the limit. In fact, the limit was only something I defined. And I'm just so grateful that I've got to work with her over the many years, not just on this show.
Yeah.
Because on this show, obviously, we're filming, she's on a couch over there, there's lights, there's camera. You can't really have those special moments like I had with her off screen, like the numerous amounts of times we got extremely medicated together. I mean, Lady Red would go toe-to-toe to me with, Lady Red would go toe-to-toe to, one more time. Lady Red would go toe-to-toe with me when it came to the ganja. And I just loved the fact that whenever I was booked with her, I knew it was gonna be a good time. My outfit might be off, I may not love the way my lace is glued down, but I'm gonna have a good time because that's who Lady Red was and is. And I feel like it is our duty as individuals to carry her spirit on. And as I looked at her on her final days in the most gorgeous look I'd ever seen, I just knew that she would be happy. She would be happy that you're continuing the show, that I'm continuing my fight, and that we honor her, but also live for her. Because I think that's what she really wanted. She wanted people to live, honey. It didn't matter if you were gay, straight, black, white. As long as you were living and laughing, that's what she was really about. And I just find her spirit is with me all the time. I really do.
Me too. We love you, Lady Red. We missed you so much, sweetie. Laganja, I love you. It's always a pleasure to see you. And you know, every time I see you here, I just want to encourage you to keep doing it. You always take it another step higher. You keep pushing. You're never a lazy queen.
No.
You are always trying to do something else and doing it really well. So, round of applause for Laganja Estranja, everyone.
Well, everybody stay tuned because as I keep saying, even though I've been in this game for 8 years, this is just the beginning. I know for me, now that I've officially solidified the fact that I'm going to stay here in Los Angeles, that this journey is going to be very fruitful. So stay tuned.
All right, well, we'll know that you're always welcome right back here, sweetie.
Okay, I'm looking for my 5th time, bitch. I love a regular.
And you're always welcome here, too. We'll see you next time on Hey Qween, and look at her. Hit it.
Look at her.
Ow, ow,
Look
ow.
at them. Oh, there they are now. Look at her. It's stunning. Laganja. Look at her. We know you love to look at her. Bye, baby. See you later, camera. Get the heck out of here, camera.
Look at her. Look at her. Look at her.